We're live.
What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with the Tuesday edition, very rare edition, the Stay Cashin show. We took off Monday for the new year, but we didn't steal a Stay Cashin show from you because we are hard workers, boys. We decided to add one in on Tuesday. Unlike everyone else who takes off, they just say you don't get that. Not us. Not here. Not now. 2024. Coming in hot. Actually, coming in hold because I got my ass kicked last night with Alabama. So we will talk about that shortly. Howie, Dewey, Evan, I believe, woke up in an airport not knowing where he was this morning.
That's what he says. I think he said he was in Atlanta. Yep, just woke up in Atlanta airport.
That's gonna lead to an interesting segment. So Howie will be joining us to talk a little bit about college football. The exact text was, "Hey guys, just a reminder, we have a show today at 2 p.m." To which Howie responded, "Just woke up in an Atlanta airport. I'm good. Seriously, not sure how I got here though." So get ready for Howie Dewey. Bill Rupp, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm good. That was so weird with Howie. I don't even know how to respond to that.
Just expect to be demonetized, D.
Oh, I expect that every show now.
Yeah,
And
pretty much we're going to continue the 47th straight show streak.
Realized the whole world was closed on New Year's Day. Like, all right, it's New Year's Day. Like, why can't things be opened? It was a Monday. Like, I don't
think I've ever been coherent enough on a New Year's Day to make it out to see what was open.
Why? So. Me neither. That's why. Yeah. So when I was driving around, nothing's open except for like CVS, like Quick Check. I'm like, I want to go to ShopRite.
And it's a Monday too. It's not like it fell on a Friday and it was a Saturday or something.
ShopRite open. Like, we
that's weird.
ShopRite.
Bill told me one of the gas stations was even closed by him.
Yes, the gas station was closed. What are we doing?
Yeah, the Indians never closed. Gas stations, 7-Elevens, Chinese food. You could always bank on anyone who's not American staying open.
No, but you know the worst part is Chinese food is usually closed only on Mondays. So that made it even worse because yesterday everything was closed, including the Chinese food because it's all closed on Mondays anyway. So what the hell was going on?
By the way, hold on. Someone's telling me there's an echo issue.
Right now.
All right, I don't think.
So what was going on? Why was it all closed yesterday? I want everything open from now on.
Is the echo when we all speak or just when one of us speak?
I think it's good now. It sounds good.
Is it good now?
I think my speakers might have been too loud and it was picking it up through my mic.
Echo my balls.
All right. As we're trying to figure out the echo, Bill just keeps screaming. So that's good. That's good. Joey Rackets, how you doing, my friend? You were like invincible this weekend. What happened? Your fucking Dolphins lost and you just ran away?
Bro, listen. Fuck Dolphins.
What?
Fucking Dolphins.
What?
I'm just teeing Bill up now, Rackets.
Tyreek Hill drops a touch. That changed the entire fucking game. They go from going up a touchdown and then you just drop a wide open fucking touchdown, kick a field goal, and the fucking game's just not the same.
Well, they scored, dropped 50-something on them Dolphins. 50?
I mean, it was a fucking 3-point game at halftime.
Well, Lamar's going
right before halftime.
Halftime don't matter.
Bookies don't pay at halftime.
Likely had that touchdown right before half. That's what basically sealed it.
That cemented Lamar as the MVP. They are going to the Super Bowl.
They're not going to Super Bowl.
I mean, you can't talk either because the only reason that you bet the Ravens is because I called you 10 minutes before the game and said Rackets was pissing me off.
Yeah. So I went on the Ravens. 100%.
You said I'll bet the Ravens too.
He called me Rackets. You got him so mad.
I know I did. I was trolling the shit out of him.
I was sleeping, and I woke up to Bill, who I call Bill a fucking any name in a book, and it doesn't matter. And he was like lit. Like I didn't see the chat.
I told Tommy, this is the only game I'm watching. I'm putting it on.
He's like, I'm not talking until the game starts.
Bother me with anything else.
I was like, what is going on? He's like, Rackets, listen me the fuck off. He told me, don't shut the fuck up. I just doubled the amount of money. I got $5,000 on the Ravens now. I only want to bet 500 on it. I'm like, okay, so we're all in Ravens. Let's go. I'll go all in Ravens. So thank you, Rackets, for trolling Bill because I probably was either going to lay off.
Even in the chat, they're like, wow, like Bill's usually exempt from his shrapnel. I'm like, nobody's exempt from my shrapnel.
Wow. Yeah. Well, Rackets is still pissed over Purdy's situation a week ago. So he needed to double down and get his swag back, and now he just got fucking shoveled into the ground. So, what type of loyalty, Bill? I was like, okay, I guess I'm.
Bill gives it right back.
$2,000 on the fucking Ravens. I like the Dolphins on Friday. I was like, okay, flip it, fuck it. Let's go.
Bill gives it right back, though. I enjoy it.
I'm not saying anything else till we
He's like, I'm not talking to you until the game starts.
That's it.
And then I told him, I was like, Bill, you killing him? He's like, no, I'm going to get him on the show. I'm like, it'll all be old news by then. He's going to hide for a day and a half.
Simmered down.
So I just kept needling him in the fucking chat, try and fucking fuel the Bill Rackets fire. But, yeah, Rackets, I got to give you props, though. You're the only person who could actually justify that the Niners and the Dolphins both should have beat the Ravens when they lost by, like, a combined score of, like, 100 to 20.
I didn't say the Dolphins should have won the game. I said it got
one
out
or
of
two.
hand.
One or two.
Tyreek Hill drops touchdown.
Definitely, but this was like Tommy G said, one play does affect the
That
whole.
changed literally. That changed a lot of the
I'm the
game.
king of said.
Him dropping that touchdown was fucking
Wide, bro,
Dude.
wide. I mean,
Bad.
Well, he needed to kill our props. That's why that happened.
That was a huge drop right
Yeah.
there.
Well,
It
how many
was
yards?
wild.
Was that again?
the touchdown wasn't long, but
How
right
long
after
was it?
that,
How long was it?
it was only like
It was
8 yards, 12
Yeah,
yards.
and I
something
had
like
him
that.
I had him 80
inside
plus.
the 10.
I had him 80 plus in one of my bets. He finished at 76. So it was
The
long
game,
enough.
the play that, and then
And I
obviously
had him to
right
score a
after,
touchdown too.
right after that too. Obviously they kicked the field goal. It's 13-10, but like right before half, you get that one-handed likely catch right to the end zone too. I mean, that's a 14-point swing. Like just those two plays is fucking 14-point swing.
Listen, I'm the king of I bet all college sports. And if you have never bet college sports or don't bet it much, you have no idea how much a single technical or a single missed layup that leads to a 3 can turn a 2-point win into a 47-point
Especially
loss.
when you're on the road.
So, yeah.
Like, you know, you're getting the crowd into it. Like, this is a lot of
Plus
shit
the
going on.
Dolphins being on the road, plus them without Mostert.
They can't win. They're like the Niners. They can't win
20
without the whole weapon.
touchdowns, and without Waddle.
They're not going to win without the whole
Best
weaponry. It's the Niners and the Dolphins are very similar in that respect, except the Niners have more weapons and a more competent team. But the Dolphins got to have everything there. I mean, because if you look at their running game, they still average 6.2 yards a carry.
Achane was
So
moving the ball, man.
It's not the Mostert thing, Bill. It's the Waddle thing.
Rackets was
When a
talking
Waddle
about-
was in, and by the way, just so you know, because I know on this show I said I was leaning Dolphins with Rackets. Once Waddle was out on Saturday, I was like, all right, I'm not touching this game. I was just laying off it. No Waddle Tua needs both his weapons in order to be competent.
They were talking in the chat, and Rackets was saying too that this was a look-ahead game for the Ravens.
It really was.
This was a look-ahead game for the Dolphins because the Dolphins have the biggest game of their season on Sunday night against the Bills. So the Dolphins didn't really give a fuck, basically.
Yeah. And Bill and Evan, you were talking about
that game was more important to the Dolphins though. Like to win it, like it meant a lot more to Miami, and they got housed.
Yeah, but now the Dolphins need to win, dude.
Well, now
I don't think they're going to win.
Evan just mentioned there's a big injury that took place.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys all saw it, but Bradley Chubb tore his ACL during garbage time. And if you watch the video, I'm sure you can find it on Twitter. I saw it on TikTok. But you can hear him, like, agonizingly screaming. It's pretty morbid, you know, honestly.
That's going to be bad. That's not good. That's definitely not good. We will talk about college football in a minute. Relax.
Josh Allen's got some kind of shoulder injury too. I don't know if it's serious or not, but that could. I don't think it keeps him out of the game on Sunday. But
so we have bet. Like I first of all about a bet I forgot all about. I was telling Tommy today. I forgot all about my fucking Jets winning a 6 game over 5.5 games 2 weeks ago when they won it because I was winning so much money on Vanderbilt. I didn't even know that extra couple grand came in my account. So I'm like, I forgot all about it. And then today, when I'm sitting there, I'm like, they were talking about something on the radio with the Jets have 6 wins. I'm like, oh shit. And then I went in my pocket and I have a FanDuel ticket for another $3,500. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Let's go.
Found money, cashed that max bet. We forgot to talk about it, but
the under 9.5 was it 9.5?
Oh, stop it! Stop, guys!
Free money,
stop
dude.
it.
That's up on the board right there. Well, let's go. Wait a second.
Relax, you
Wait a
fucking
second.
retards.
Wait a second. Jets under 9.5 on 728.
Yeah, no, I know, and I took
Tommy owes Bill $1,000.
Yeah, that's why I took the $1,000 off showing my diploma for you.
Let's go, Bill Rupp.
I mean, Evan, do you believe these guys are bragging about Aaron Rodgers playing one play and the Jets not hitting their win total? The win total dropped to like 3 when he got hurt.
From 728, Bill Rupp.
Yeah, you fucking losers. Like the kids who go, hey, I'm going to make a season bet. Tyreek Hill versus Justin Jefferson. And Justin Jefferson misses the season. I won. Fucking losers.
You would have won anyways.
Listen, you guys started out. You guys started out. You started out 1-0.
Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers wouldn't have been worth 3 more wins. You're right. Okay.
You guys won that game.
You won that game.
3 more wins, and they're going to
New England. Let's go back to that episode. When you guys were 1-0, you were still like, we're going to make the play.
I got to fucking have God. I didn't know they were going to bench the kid 9 times. I didn't know I was going to be watching the Tim Boyle and Trevor Siemian experiment for a month and a half.
Needed Mike White.
Mike White. Fuck Mike White. So the other big game obviously was the Cowboys game this weekend. That was insane. I'll let you guys start. What the fuck was actually, no, I'm going to start. So I said on this show 3 weeks ago, not even knowing they were playing this week, 2 weeks ago when I said it. And Evan, you probably remember it. I know you, Bill, you do. But I said I would love to see Cowboys, Detroit Lions. It's when we were talking about Stafford and the Rams. I was like, I really want the Rams to play the Lions, right? So that Stafford could be in good weather, good condition, have a revenge game against the Lions, knock the Lions out, fuck all the people cheering for him, and our Stafford Rams could move forward. And I said the only other thing I would like to see more than that is the shitty Lions, which I've been calling them the shitty Lions all year while everyone loves them, and the shitty Cowboys. And I've been calling them the fucking shitty Cowboys because neither team could close a game. And I even sent a fucking message saying watching Dak and McCarthy battle Goff and Campbell and the last 5 minutes of a game might give us 6 or 7 plus money opportunities on each side, watching them play what I called retard ping pong and just giving the ball back to each other. And there was no better example than that game the other day. That was maniacal. So Bill or Rackets, whoever wants to start with it.
Go ahead, Bill.
Was it rigged? Start there. Was it rigged?
Well, I'll just say that it's bad enough that we have to pick. It's hard enough that we have to pick games, right? There's the teams, there's the games, there's point spreads, there's everything else. Now we got the refs who are just
and the coaches.
I think it's more the coaches.
More coaches than the refs.
The refs are stealing these games from us, and it's so crazy that they're stealing. They're taking money. They're stealing our games. The penalty before that tripping call, when Dallas had the ball was insane. I don't even know where they come up with that. That was insane. How
they decide on these pass interference too, what's catchable and what's not catchable is
everything's catchable.
Everything is catchable.
Basically, everything's
until
catchable.
There's a big penalty.
The 1 second, it's not. Like everyone's on the line or off the line and no one cares until the most important time of the game with the Chiefs.
Richard Sherman made a really good point on that too about the offsides thing. He's like, they don't give the defense a warning saying you're offside. So like, why does the offense get a warning? He's like that. He's like, nobody will fucking say that. He's like, but
well. So the reason why is because they asked.
Yeah, well, obviously,
right.
But if the defender never gets a warning for fucking anything, like they'll say, with the offense, you're holding a little bit. You might want to. You keep doing that. I'm going to call it. They don't fucking do that.
Though. They do that. Sherman's wrong. They go and tell him, hey, you hit him like that again. We're gonna. They give warnings.
I think they give the offense a little bit more leniency than they give the defense.
Listen, I'm a wide receiver, so I'm always going to side with the wide receivers. I used to always point, check, good. But I know what happened at the end of that Dallas game. I know exactly what happened at the end of it. What happened? I got to bring my notes up because I was writing notes on this. I was about to write a thread and a video, and I just got too drunk and never did it. But what happened on that, I believe, first of all, Bill, remember we were watching it live, and I was telling you the reason 68 was ineligible was because he was covered by the receiver, right? Remember I kept saying that? He was covered because the receiver needed to be off the line of scrimmage. Remember I was telling you that the whole time? All right. No one mentioned that the whole time during the game. And I think what happened was the ref fucked up, said the wrong number, whatever, said 70. But he didn't make that call. The line judge actually came over and said 68 is ineligible because he was covered. But he didn't tell him why he was ineligible. He just said 68 is ineligible. So then the ref turned around and go, oh, yeah, 68 was ineligible, probably because he never announced or whatever the fucking situation was. And then they doubled down on it after the game. Remember after the game where they said, well, 2 guys were ineligible. Why didn't you throw 2 flags? Does that make any sense when If there's 2 penalties on the offense, you say number
There
68.
There should be two
No,
flags.
first penalty, this, second penalty, that. We decline the first, we accept the second. So the refs buried themselves by doubling down.
And if it's the same ref that throws the second flag, you would say, oh, well, there's only going to be one flag. He throws his hat instead.
Right, exactly. So
there'd
you know
be
there's 2
things
penalties.
there would have been 2 things on the field. Yeah.
We've seen it a billion times. There's 2 penalties on the offense, blah, blah, blah. I thought no one announced it over the PA system, which was my big issue with it at first, because I don't remember them saying number 70 is reported eligible, blah, blah, blah. In a Spanish broadcast, I haven't confirmed it or anything on TikTok. Turns out they did. So that's now the Lions' fault. If the ref said the wrong number, which is possible, I think it was a mistake. I don't believe the bullshit. 70 never said anything. 68 clearly said something. The ref looked over, saw 70, and just heard a voice, saw 70, and said 70. That's all that's what really happened. He just made a mistake. But the fact that that was announced over the PA, and neither Dan Campbell, number 70, number 68, or anyone else in the building went, yo, wait a minute. It's not 70, it's 68, is one problem. The biggest problem in that game is that Mike McCarthy's throwing bombs the drive before when he should have been running the clock out, and that should have never been the situation.
Going for 2 every time was insane.
The number one biggest problem in the whole game, forget the refs, forget ineligible, because that play should have never counted. Because if you want to say 68 did report eligible, he was covered by the wide receiver. Number 70 reported eligible, he was lined up as a fucking right tackle. So there was 3 different things wrong with that play. The play would have never counted ever because he was covered by the wide receiver.
Which is why I never complained about that play.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It was
the 2-point conversion.
They
like, bro, if
wrong.
you're going to go for it the first time, fine. You're
Right.
going to get the penalty, you kick it after the penalty. You don't
Right.
go for it again,
Right.
and then you get another penalty, and you go for it again.
4th and 7? You're going for 2? If the media didn't just suck Dan Campbell's dick 24 hours a day and not realize he's complete fucking dog shit at the end of games, and you remember me and Hoffman arguing about this, where I said your team can never win a game, you never win in the playoffs because Dan Campbell's an asshole at the end of games. I think, right, why did he go for 2? And this from the 7. His answer at the end of the game was,
I would say the first one, I was like, okay, go for 2, take the win.
First one, I didn't want him to do it because we had AB. We wanted to get Amon Ra over 100, so I was getting a little greedy in overtime.
You wanted overtime.
That's all I cared about. But I can understand that I still wouldn't have done it.
Going for the win right there. Okay, I get it. You
4th and 7, you can't
4th and 7,
not
you
4th
kick
and 7, 7 yards.
It's 7 yards to the fucking end zone.
It's basically a 4th and 7, right? It's a 4th and
You
7.
kick the fucking extra point to tie the game. You don't fuck around, and then you get a gift by getting the fucking.
And you're still at like the 4.
Yeah, you got a gift. You didn't even get back to the
Kick
2,
it
but
again.
you. All right.
Rackets, you don't go for it from the 4 either. You don't go
So
for it from the 7, and you don't go for it from the 3.5. You only go for it from the 2 because you have so many plays open in the playbook, right? You have pretty much the whole playbook open there. Once you go back to the 7, your odds of getting that are like 20%.
Yep.
Why would you blow the whole fucking 3 hours of play for a fucking
they don't go for it on 4th and 7 from like the 40 or the like from midfield. They'll kick it.
He doesn't have a brain. He's a meathead. He doesn't have a fucking brain. He's a great motivator. I'll give him all that, but he's a meathead. So he just went go. He probably didn't even realize it was from the 7 until they were at the fucking 7, or he was trying to be cool, make a statement. What a fucking idiot he is. McCarthy and him at the end of games are the 2 worst in the NFL, and we got a chance to watch them both. And if you guys think either of those teams are going to be able to stack together a few games in a row in the playoffs and not have their coach cost them the game, or Goff and Dak cost them the game, you're fucking insane. So, I don't know, Bill. All I know is our Rams stole a win, and we're back.
Yeah, let's talk about your Rams. They fucking lost to the Giants.
Great game.
Yeah.
The Giants are tough at home. Listen, Giants aren't quitting. That's the whole thing about the Giants. They're not quitting. That's why I wanted them to play with Tommy DeVito, which is
with Tyrod, dude.
It's the dumbest organizational move in the history of sports, Rackets, to take this guy and bench him. Because
you don't want to win.
Like, you don't want to win.
You shouldn't want to win. Your picks are going down every time you win.
It's not like the players weren't going to play for him. They were up there playing for him. Like, and plus, you could have had this go on. Me and Tommy were looking. He hired a fucking marketing team like a week before he got benched, right? And he was supposed to be at all these pizzerias for like $10,000 or $20,000 a time. And now he's like nothing. He's not even a fucking player. But like, you could have had that go all throughout the offseason. You know, like had the steam because he's nobody.
It's a whole marketing thing. Like you can sell shit from it, you fucking retard.
And the funny thing is too, there was 2 games left. So basically, if he just makes it to the end of the season, like Stidham, like I'm all in on Stidham, right? And so I just need him to get through week 18 looking okay, because then I got 6 months of safety, right? Like that was DeVito. He had 6 months to market this shit. He would have been at the Jersey Shore this summer. He would have been at fucking surf club. He would have been everywhere. And the Giants would have been building a buzz throughout that whole time. The Giants probably could have been hosting events at Giants Stadium. I mean, that was the dumbest thing in the world.
Dumb.
As you know what you have with Tyrod. If they win with Tyrod, it's even worse. Because
you weren't trying to win anyway.
Now your draft picks are falling down. So it would have been a fucking disaster.
This weekend, I can't wait. A lot of good games in the NFL.
By the way, last thing on the NFL before we go to fucking who does he look like right now? He looks like
he looks like
from Tron. Is that what it is?
I was gonna say he's got kind of
like
got Bret Hart
speed
glasses
racers
going on.
from Tron. Hold on, let's we'll get to that disaster that's about to come in a second. But how about my money line live on the fucking Arizona Cardinals? Those fucking Eagles are a disaster, Rackets.
I mean,
what a mess.
Fucking Eagles, bro. I wasn't on them this week, but Jesus Christ. That game was ugly.
I think Howie Dewey is either going to give birth, throw up, or something. So let's go to him now before he dies on us. Howie Dewey.
You know, right now I'm on my kid's laptop. Did you know that when you go through security, when they make you take the laptop out and put it in a bin, you're supposed to pick it up on the other side.
Oh, you left it in there.
It's in Charlotte somewhere.
Hold on, Tommy. So the Jets released Dalvin Cook. Does he get on? Hold on. Does the Browns pick him up? Because they have if the Browns get Cook, I am in on the Browns.
Oh, no, you're not allowed on the Browns.
I am. I've been playing.
You are not allowed. And you just saw fucking Joey Flax fucking go nuts again. And now
I told you that they don't have a running game.
And I told you they were going to run last week, and they did.
If
ran
the
all
Browns
over the Jets.
Get Cook, I am in on the Browns.
Yeah, with knowing none of the offense and having 80 total rushing yards this year. That's
Cook
the thing.
To the Browns.
You're just looking for any.
You heard it here first, guys. Cook to the Browns, Super Bowl bound.
You're looking for any excuse to jump on my Browns, and we are not letting you on the wagon.
Browns, Cook.
We are not letting you on the wagon. My Browns and my Texans offices are closed. Rams, you're already on. You got in there early. All those plus 8,000s that we put in, you're not coming on. You only get on the Rams ticket.
I'm on. If they get Cook, I'm all
Yep. Not allowed.
Yep.
No, I'm the conductor. Choo-choo. Vetoed. Close the door. You're gonna be
he runs a 7.340 anyways.
In the door, and I'm gonna close it right on your arm.
You know what, Howie? He comes back. He signs to the Browns. He's gonna run for 100 yards, and he's gonna shit on your Jets.
Yeah, dude, the funniest thing, Howie, the best part is that the Jets literally had Flacco calling them, begging them to come to the Jets, and Andy knew the whole offense. Andy was just there a year or two ago.
Let's start with he wanted to play for the Jets.
He called us.
Yeah. Yeah, and we said, nah, you're not good enough, man. We got
Well, no, forget about that. Here's the funny part. That just shows what the Jets do to quarterbacks. That this guy was on the Jets for a year or two with just as good a defense, right, as the Browns. Just as same defense, basically the same team, the Jets and the Browns. Yeah. And he was the worst quarterback in the NFL when he was with us. And then he gets out of this shithead organization, goes somewhere else, and he's a fucking superstar. So please trade Zach Wilson, get him out of there. Send Zach. Here's a little conspiracy theory. What if the Steelers, who have a lot of draft equity tied to Kenny Pickett, and what if the Jets, who had a lot of draft equity tied to Zach Wilson, just trade?
Well, I told you.
What do you think if they just did a swap?
No. Kenny Pickett refused to dress.
I know. Kenny Pickett's done. He doesn't even want to play.
Backup last week.
And Zach Wilson had rumors that he refused to dress. So what if they just did a little fucking swap-a-reno?
And he's the backup again.
What do you mean no? Why?
He's a backup
Kenny
again.
Pickett is dog shit.
Oh, no, but we have Aaron Rodgers. But, I mean, listen, they're getting rid of Zach Wilson. So what if the Jets, think about this, Evan, what if the Jets turn around and say, listen, we don't want to go draft a quarterback with the number 6 pick overall or something because Aaron Rodgers is going to leave the franchise if we do that. Aaron Rodgers didn't play this year. He's coming back from injury. He's probably looking to play for another couple of years. We could put Kenny Pickett behind Aaron Rodgers. Now we can go draft Marvin Harrison Jr. or a lineman or whatever we need, and we still have at least.
Hold on.
Let me finish.
Stop.
Let me finish the sentence.
We're done on this show talking about the Jets.
Hold on. Let me just finish this
I'm
sentence.
done. No, they stink, Tommy. They stink.
Let me finish the
And
sentence.
we're not going the whole summer talking
You
about
just
your
spent
shitty
the whole
team
show
either.
talking about Dalvin
No,
Cook.
we're not going the whole
You were
summer.
just
Bill
talking
Bill
about
brought it
Dalvin
up.
Cook.
Bill brought it up.
Bill started this.
Yeah,
Bill
I
started
talk about him going from your shitty team to a good team.
Zach Wilson going from this team to Pittsburgh and playing with George Pickens and Deontay Johnson.
Shut up.
That's happening.
Kenny
You
This
Pickett.
kid
shitty
starts
team.
off talking about the Jets over. Starts
Oh.
off talking about Joe
Aaron
Flacco
Rodgers
and
is
Dalvin
gonna
Cook.
Yeah, what the
And then
fuck?
not say a fucking word.
Aaron
Yeah, Bill brought it up.
Talking about the
Dude,
Jets.
we're
Both
gonna have to
times.
hear all fucking
We
summer.
spent 20
Aaron
minutes
Rodgers
talking
is
about you're
healthy.
over.
Aaron Rodgers, we're up here. He's healthy because he's
15 fucking minutes talking about an over ticket on the Jets to start the show. Then
Hey, Aaron
Dalvin Cook,
Rodgers.
then
I'm
Joe
healthy
Flacco.
too. You want to see my knee, Aaron Rodgers? Look at that. Look at me, Rodgers.
You look like you're leading an exercise at a senior home.
I look
Love
just.
these, baby.
Listen, my
He's
body
doing
is just as
warm
good,
yoga.
just as good a shape as Rodgers. Rupp called it on this show
That's
that
good.
a person who is a drug addict does not have a good body, and he went down on the third play of the game.
Hold on, you ready for this? I'm time stamping this. 2:40, Tuesday, January 2nd.
And when I meet Aaron,
Oh, when you meet Aaron Rodgers, that's why I'm
when I
time
meet
stamping
him
this
at Costco,
motherfucker.
we'll talk about that.
When you meet Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to play him this video. I will be friends with Aaron Rodgers. You will never be friends with him, and I will make sure of it.
You don't even live here anymore.
I know. Evan, Evan, why do you say no chance on the Kenny Pickett-Wilson swap?
He has the smallest hands in the world. We don't want him.
Oh, well, they don't want Zach Wilson either.
I'd rather Zach than Kenny.
No, you don't get to say that.
We got a donation from Doug saying Vegas League fantasy champ, baby, 4th overall too.
Doug Haney, Vegas League champion. Monster.
Nice. Congrats.
Let's go. What did he do? 4th overall? Holy shit. That's fucking great.
That's awesome.
Let's go. I still don't even know how the rules work in that thing. I thought I was in the playoffs in like 3 leagues. And I'm like, wait, I'm out of all of them? What the fuck's going on? They like do the first points and first record and second this. Oh, what the fuck? Congrats, Haney. All right, Howie Dewey. Let's talk a little college football now that you're on here. We'll start from the top back. So we'll start with the Washington-Texas game. What'd you think? I was so hungover I fell asleep for this third quarter, and then
I wrote it up in the bowl guide. I said Washington scares the shit out of me. That's the one team. I wrote it in the bowl guide. I said that's, I thought Texas would take care of business and win, but I was scared to death of Washington. Look, I said it before. Penix, best quarterback in the country, bar none. I mean, that guy's a beast. He has been from day one.
Caleb.
They had a better team. I mean, what he just lit.
I'm not shocked with.
No.
Put it this way, I'm not shocked with that result because I don't think I really knew what Washington was all year. Because it's like the second you think they're all right, they're a wagon, then they have some really bad outings. You're like, maybe they're not. Maybe they're just a product of the Pac-10 who doesn't have a very strong defense. I thought Texas was going to beat them. I actually thought Texas was going to win it all.
Yeah.
So I was shocked. I wasn't shocked. I was surprised by that. But nothing crazy. The Alabama loss.
That one.
Listen. Milroe's the worst fucking starting quarterback Alabama's ever had in their entire life. I've said it all fucking year. He's basically, this guy is going to do exactly what Lamar Jackson is going to do in the playoffs.
Oh,
you can't take these guys who are run first all the time.
You're so
He's
stupid.
an idiot. He's dumb. He's terrible. He's the
so
reason they lost. They got
stupid.
sacked 87 times.
Yeah, but
Hey,
the
maybe
offensive line.
maybe if
the
the
offensive
center,
line is bad.
maybe
A
if
bag
the
of shit.
center could hike him the ball,
Yeah.
he'd have a
Oh,
chance.
no, that was part of
to
it.
throw
There
it.
was other problems. But
The
the
offensive line was terrible.
listen,
Terrible.
but he was drifting back into 15-yard sacks.
Tommy had no time to throw the ball.
Oh, my God. Stop it, dude. Stop it.
That game.
He's got more wheels than anyone in America.
Tommy,
And when
this
you're
was
edge
the
rushing,
worst.
fuck.
This was the
Terrible.
worst
Milroe's been
Alabama
terrible all fucking
team
year.
at the skill positions that we've seen in the last 10 years.
Starting at the quarterback.
I wouldn't say skill position. I'd say the offensive line. I've never seen an offensive
The
line.
offensive line was awful.
So was the
Terrible.
quarterback. So was the
Yeah,
quarterback.
but
Tommy,
look,
he
man,
didn't have
we
one
run
He
second.
got so no, he did say he could run, Bill. He wasn't hitting the holes.
No, he had no time to throw.
And what about the fumble at the end of the game? We were looking to put the game to bed. We just fumbled off his fucking knee at the 30.
I mean,
He threw for 116 yards, dude. Stop it.
that game,
Terrible.
that game surprised the shit out of me.
No, you
Shocked
can't
me.
even, dude.
That game
Especially
shocked
after
me.
Ohio State got the shit beat out of them,
No.
and Iowa got fucking shut out 35-0 by Tennessee with a backup quarterback. Like, I mean, you
That
just
game-
thought for sure Michigan was going to get mollywopped. And at the beginning of that game, I was watching. I'm like, we're in trouble here. I could just tell Bill. I screamed at Milroe 47 times, and I'm like, this is bad. It's bad. This kid's stupid. He's making bad throws. This is stupid. He's not reading. He's not running. He's not doing what he needs to be doing. He's an idiot. And then what the fuck was that last play call, Howie?
That was, yeah, I just, look, you call it whatever. The bottom line is they snapped the ball and not one of those guys blocked anyway. There was no fucking blocking. That game shocked me to the point, we were on when I say we're on cruise control, we were just smoking.
I was up 142 units going into yesterday. Like,
that game,
it was just like literally just put a bet in, win. Like, go click, accept, cash the ticket. And those two fucking games to end the night, I was just like.
That game literally set me back. That game, I was so confident in Alabama. That game, forget about the bottle of Jack. I mean, the 6 alimony payments. Right? I can't even say I'm at my ex-wife's house right now, but that game literally just took the air out of. I don't see how. Even looking back, I don't see how they lost that game.
Dude, even with the line sucking, even with the center not snapping the ball right, even with Milroe looking like a junior high school fucking quarterback who just got converted from wide receiver, even with all that, they still should have won comfortably with the position they were in at the end. They still were in a position to win that game easily.
Yeah, but still as a gambling aspect, nobody really should have gotten killed on that because the hedge opportunities were there in that whole fourth quarter.
Yeah, dude, the problem with it was that we were getting 4.5 or 3.5, depending on what you guys had. 3.5, we put it in early. We had some teasers getting, points and stuff. But the whole game we were fine because even when Alabama was up 7, it's like, just don't go to overtime, right? Just don't go to overtime. And then when it goes to overtime, it's like, just don't let Michigan have the ball first. Don't let them have the ball first. Because if Alabama has it first, they either score, in which Michigan has to score. If they don't score, Michigan gets a field goal. If they get a field goal, the touchdown, you don't have the extra point. So in all scenarios, we're probably going to be under it. Michigan gets it, scores, and I'm like, here we go. There we go. There it is. We're going to fucking be covering. We're going to be covering worst.
On those overtimes, when they started at 25, it's the worst because that first down, they usually get it right inside the 10.
I knew we were fucked when it was like first and goal from the 9. I knew we were fucked. That's the worst situation to be in all of football.
You got to score right off the bat.
First and goal from the 10 might as well be first and 20 from the 20. Like, it's just double because you're so close and everything's packed in so much. That was the one outer there to not get the cover on that game. But I mean, who do you think wins, Howie? I need a week to dive into this, honestly.
It's tough because, everyone's like, it's Michigan's time. I think Washington has a better team. I mean, how are you going to stop Penix? Penix is 10 times better than this kid was from Alabama.
Well, plus, Howie, they got the best offensive line in college football.
I agree.
Listen, the bottom line is that Michigan just didn't win that game. Alabama lost it.
They gave it to him.
Right? Milroe was giving it away. You had drops. You had centers snapping balls to the ground. No one, you got to give them some credit for the pass rush. Obviously, we're not just going to say it was.
Now they're going up against the best offensive line.
But keep in mind, when I was talking to some people yesterday, and they were like, Michigan, no one does that to Alabama, right? And I was like, you do realize that Milroe has been sacked this year more than any Alabama quarterback since 1996, right? Yeah. This wasn't like Michigan was the first team to get to Milroe. Milroe's been getting sacked all fucking year. He literally the most sacked in 25 years by an Alabama quarterback. So, yeah, this was a problem coming in. Michigan did exploit it. But go back and watch the game, dude. Milroe drops back 7 yards, and then when he sees pressure, he drops back 5 more. Out of the pocket, out of range, and takes a 14-yard sack like Daniel Jones was doing. instead of stepping up and taking off when he realized the pocket was closing. Either way, that fucking
I
pissed
think
me
if
off.
Georgia gets in that game, they beat Michigan by 2-3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to probably be on Washington just getting 4.5 because I think at that situation you get as long as it's a close game, you win, and I could see Washington putting up points. I really don't know right now. I'm going to have to dive into this game very heavy for the next few days. But when's this game? Monday?
Yeah,
Next
Monday night.
Monday, right? So, yeah. So I don't even know what I'm going to do with the total. All I know is I'm really pissed because FanDuel is fucking cheating. Again, Bill, FanDuel's fucking constantly cheating. We absolutely shit stomped FanDuel and DraftKings this week. I mean, I would literally just every day was 30 units. So at least the bad day at the end. Granted, it sucks that it was the day to start the new year. It was the last day. I'm still up over 100 units after that. But Bill, do you realize these motherfucking scumbag pieces of shit at FanDuel? No one was betting touchdown each quarter. No one was betting team to score a touchdown in every quarter. I was max betting them every game, nonstop, and they pulled them yesterday. They weren't available. They only had like one touchdown, one field goal, all that shit. They took one touchdown each quarter, which happened in Oregon, which was my only play I wanted in Oregon, which happened in LSU. I mean, like all the games that I wanted to do it on, they took it and it wasn't available, and then they didn't take the team to score in each quarter. So they're fucking scumbags, dude. We're beating them over the fucking head with it all weekend. 2,000 subscribers, just skull fucking them with it. So they just pulled it. They could just take it away on Monday. That's it. Just take away our meal ticket. Fucking assholes. Fucking piece of shit, dude. Make it minus 300, but keep it on the board. So obvious what they're doing. Like I always say, imagine you're playing blackjack, Howie, and you're on a heater. And then the dealer just goes, can't play this hand, Howie. And you're just like, what? He's like, oh, no, we just decided you can't play this hand. Like that's what FanDuel does to you. They're fucking scumbags.
No, they're the worst.
Fucking worst. Anything else you wanted to cover on the college football?
No, man. That's
Georgia, Florida State. We should touch on 63-3. Does the public look at this? How do you think the public views that? We almost called the exact score on here.
I wrote it up saying, that somebody asked, they said, why is the over under 44.5? And I said, that should be the over under for just Georgia.
Right. Yeah.
I don't understand it. And I mean, that game was just rough to watch. We knew it would.
Well, we knew it was coming and it came, so that was good for us.
Yeah.
Here's a perfect example. My favorite bet in that game, the game I weighed in the heaviest on, was Georgia to score in every quarter. They took all those on Monday. So that sucked. Let's go to some college basketball here. I actually sprinkled in a random college basketball. I mean, obviously, I'm about 60, 70 units on college basketball this year. We're going to get back into it. Me and Howie getting ready for primetime college basketball for the next 3 months. But I did sprinkle in a random 10 p.m. college basketball. Just kind of threw a grenade in there, New Mexico State. Hit that, and then getting back at it tonight. Not a great slate tonight, Howie. I don't know what you think of it. I mean, a lot of top 25 teams, right? So when you look at it, you're like, wow, a lot of big teams finally playing. They must have been done with their exams. But not that many games and a lot of, ranked home favorites, which is the thing I hate the most. I hate ranked home favorites.
Well, hey, in an hour, you can get a home dog. What is that? 6.5? I can't even fucking.
You talking about Maryland?
Air Force, Utah State playing at Air Force. Air Force slows that shit down. They'll probably lose by 3-4 points.
All right, let me see here. Utah State. Let me just see what I got on that one.
Public's all over Utah State. I like Air Force. I like him getting the 6.5.
To your point, Howie, I see a heavy A rating on the under in that game.
Makes sense.
I like Air Force
Totally
plus 7. I like Air Force plus 7.
What is that? 136.5? Yeah.
When does that thing start? 4? Yeah.
I can get it right now.
Air Force will slow that thing down. That's what
I see 138 now. Oh, no. Hold on. That's UConn. 137.5.
137.5 is what I see.
Yeah, okay. 137.5 at BetMGM, PointsBet, and DraftKings. So you like that under?
Yeah, I like it.
I have a heavy. The bot has a heavy rating on the under.
People Bob's got it too. All right, so we like the under and we like Air Force. I mean, obviously the under would favor Air Force, right? Like you always want a game to go under if you're taking points. So yeah, I'm good with Air Force plus 7 there. Yeah. Let's talk about a couple of top 25 games here. Let me just lost my page. I'm all over the place. We'll go top 25. All right.
DePaul, UConn. You got DePaul at UConn. UConn's laying 23.5. They'll probably win by 40.
Yeah, those are your games. This is why me and Howie bet very differently on college basketball. Howie will take minus 18 if he thinks he's going to win by 25. I only take those tight, small spreads, and I'm usually betting underdogs. So
What
home
about Iowa
ranked.
at Wisconsin? What do you like there?
Again, it's a fucking home ranked favorite versus an unranked road dog. Like that just isn't my system. So I end up forcing those. I think Wisconsin wins. What do you think?
Yeah, I love Wisconsin.
Yeah, so what I was going to do, I actually have written down here St. John's money line, Wisconsin money line. What are you thinking of Johnny's?
I think the Johnnies win by 10 or 11. They're starting to play well. Their defense has picked up quite a bit. And the game's at Alumni Rec. I love St. John's.
Yeah, so all right, so I have that too. So St. John, let's put that in. So Wisconsin money line. Let's put it up. That comes out to minus 112. So glad you're on the same side of those. So Wisconsin money line, St. John's money line, minus 112. We like Air Force in the under. What do you think is Maryland Purdue game? This is one game that I'm kind of.
I'm not touching it because I've watched Maryland too many times and I could see them getting down 23-3. But they have the guards to keep it close. I mean, wouldn't surprise me.
I'm going to be attacking Maryland first half in this one. Maryland's been a team for me that no one really likes to bet because of exactly what you said, because they basically have Tourette's. But they get up for these. Like they're pretty much for the last 3 years have been just an energy team, right? They got really good guard play. And if they're hot and they're popping and they're fucking hot saucing, this team could cause some chaos. So I'm going to take the first half on Maryland here. Let me see what the best line I can get is. 3.5 there. DraftKings, usually we can get that up to 4.5. They usually have more generous first half lines. And I think we should take a little bit of slab on the first half money line in this one. I wouldn't be surprised if Maryland comes out with a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Purdue's doesn't really give a shit about this game early too much.
Right.
Thinks they're going to walk through it. And then all of a sudden at halftime, the fucking gargantuan monster comes out and just puts his foot down and gets the win for Purdue. So yeah, let's go plus 3.5 Maryland first half.
I'll tell you probably the best bet of the night, and it's the team that my team is Syracuse going into Duke. They could lose by 40. We don't play them well. They play man to man. They get right in our face. They'll shut our guard down. We have nothing down low. We're gonna get stomped tonight.
You know what I like better, actually, Howie? Yeah, let's do this, guys. Let's do a little stab on this, too. I'm going to go Maryland first to 10 points, plus 125.
That's
Because a lot of times what happens, I've been looking at these, like when you pick these kind of like home team energy spots, they'll get up like 15-5, and then the other team starts working it back, and then by halftime they lose by 4. So I want that first 5-10 minutes of the game. So first to 10 and first to 15 are where I'm looking, plus 135 and plus 125. I think Maryland gets out hot to start. I don't know if they win or lose by 40, but I think we get a little run there. What do you think of Wake Forest game?
That's a game I looked at and I went back and forth. I'm not going to touch it. If I was, I probably would take Wake.
I think I'm leaning Wake in this one.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're a better team than BC. Most of the money's going on BC because they're home.
Mm-hmm.
They're only laying a point and a half.
I have a little interest in Wake there.
Yeah, I would take Wake.
Yeah. What else? Anything else you like?
There are some good games.
There are some good games. This is the day for me where I think it's more like good games, but it's just not my system game.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? You got North what?
North Carolina's playing at Pitt. Pitt's plus 4.5 at home. Coming off that loss against Syracuse.
What do you think?
Carolina's just a better team.
They are. It's just the line looks trappy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Northwestern here in Illinois.
Yeah, I don't like that one either.
Like I could see these are fun games to watch. Like these are going to be good games. These kids, a lot of them have only played one game in the last week and a half, if any. Northwestern's been notorious a very good road team. That's why I love them so much. Love them in the tournament last year to make a little bit of a mini run. This is a team who's been able to win on the road consistently. So I have a little bit of interest. Got to do a little more research on that one.
The the shadiest line of the night is got to be fucking Baylor unleashes their new stadium tonight, their new gym. First time they're ever playing it. Brand new gym they play tonight. Why are they only laying 16.5 against Cornell? That's
That
why.
is pretty low, actually. Cornell's been good. Cornell's 10-2.
One of the best teams in the Ivy League. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, because with Baylor, that's a team that's very guard reliant, obviously. So they need to play with pace, and Cornell's probably going to be able to slow them down a little bit. But the total on this is 170.5, Howie.
I'd probably take Cornell in that
I haven't
game.
looked at Cornell much this year. What are they? Are they all of a sudden like a fucking running gun?
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
they are.
They score.
77, 90, 95. Like
Yeah.
their games are going to 160. Totals 170 on this one. Rackets, you got anything on that? On the Bebop?
What game was that? I was looking at tennis stuff.
Cornell versus Baylor.
Give me
That's a monster total. 169.5.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's a fucking haul. Yeah. Cornell's running this. They're running this year, huh?
Cornell, Baylor. Let me load up the matchup here. Over 169.5.
Yeah, right. Like whenever I see those super high totals, I want to go over them.
52%.
Whenever I see something super low, I want to go under them.
52%, which on a total, to give you an idea, the totals for a good lean is 51, 52%.
Yeah.
You're not going to get anything.
It's
really
not going to
higher.
be too drastic on the total, yeah.
So 52% is pretty good.
Interesting.
Probably will go over.
Yeah, maybe I'll wait to hope it starts a little slow and I can get something a little bit lower than that.
Yeah.
But we'll have a couple more plays on the site, 4deep.com.
It's a B value grade, so that means that the price is pretty. There's value in it, but it's pretty close. It's pretty right on.
Okay. All right. Anything else here you wanted to throw out, Howie Dewey?
That's it, man. That is it.
All right. So the more I'm looking at this Maryland thing, the more I'm liking it here. I may actually I may go a little. Don't put the Maryland bet in yet, subscribers. Those of you watching the show, obviously we're going to be off in 15 minutes, so you have no choice. But I think I'm liking this. Purdue. This line opened. I didn't even realize. I didn't even look at the line movement. Line opened at -8.5. Purdue. It's down to -6 with 57% of the public on Purdue. So that's making me like this even more. I think we might have an upset spot here for Maryland today. So
could be.
We'll keep an eye on that. What would you say is your favorite bet of the night, Dewey?
I think Duke's going to shellac my Syracuse Orange. I think we are going to get spanked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming off a win against Pitt, going into Duke, they're going to thrash us.
This one's popping off. There's usually not too many sides for college basketball that pop off the chart on the bot, but what do you guys think of the Ohio Bobcats tonight, -140 against Toledo? Because all
right. So I was just looking at that game.
Okay.
Let me just tell you which side I was on because I just wrote down Ohio in my notes. I think I'm on Toledo. What do you have?
This has Ohio at 57% at -140. That's big. That's a big fucking lead.
Okay. All right. So it's contradictory. So yeah. So I'll lay off it then because this was Ohio opened at -3.5. It's down to -2.5 with 80% of the public on Ohio.
Yeah, see, this isn't accounting for any.
Well, that's showing value.
This is the value on it right here. And I see a 57% prediction on it.
Yeah, there obviously would
for
be
a side
value.
at 140 is pretty heavy.
Yeah. No, all right. So we'll dig into that. We'll come to a consensus on that later today.
Here's another thing I remember about that. Those two teams have been playing. It's a huge rivalry.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but I think basically that Toledo, they win 90. They always beat Ohio.
I'm actually kind of on Toledo on this. Yeah.
Well, Toledo, I want to say they've won their last probably 8 out of 9, 9 out of 10 times against Ohio. Yeah, they always beat them. They own Toledo. They always have.
All right. So that's why that line's moving the way it is.
Yeah.
All right, Howie Dewey.
All right, guys.
Later, brother. Go. Good luck finding your laptop of your life, and I don't even want to know what's going on with your eyes right now. So
finding his
laptop. Dude, my laptop's in Charlotte.
Bill, doesn't he look like Cyclops from the Percy Jackson movie when he put the glasses on?
Mask and the glasses. Yeah.
Mask and his Cyclops. Can't you see how he pulling this up and just have one eye right here?
One big eye in the middle.
Yeah, basically. All right, Howie. Talk to you later.
All right, gentlemen. Love you.
Hope you get your vision. Man. Hope you get your vision back. Love you too.
Yeah.
What a mess he is. What a disaster. Makes me feel good about being a mess at 44, though. 43. Sorry. Bill Rupp, talking a little NBA.
NBA. winding. It's the opening. Basically, it's after Christmas, right? So everyone's playing, but the tournament changed that all. So now we're going to start seeing moves. The Knicks made a move, which I don't love.
I thought it was bad.
I don't love it because it took away from them scoring, right? So he is a 3-and-D player, OG.
By the way, the trade for anyone who missed it was what? Quigley and Barrett for OG and a couple parts.
And Ochoa, and the Knicks gave up a second-round pick. So the Knicks have like 1 million first-round picks.
There's nothing worth less in the NBA to organizations than second-round picks, Bill.
Yeah.
They just give them out like candy.
So they're holding all their first rounds to make this blockbuster move. But let's make it, Knicks. Let's go for it.
They're like the Mets.
What are we waiting?
They keep telling you how they're going to get you Embiid, and they're going to get you fucking Yamamoto. Like,
Bill better watch out. He keeps talking shit about Stevie Cohen. Stevie Cohen fucking blocked Frank the Tank. Bill Rupp, you're next. He blocked him on Twitter.
Oh, if we can get Bill blocked.
You're going to be blocked from Stevie. You keep talking shit about him.
I don't give a fuck Stevie. I'm done with him. He didn't do anything. You didn't get Yamamoto, so I'm out. Fuck you, Stevie.
I mean, just shit on Aaron Rodgers, just on Steve Cohen. Pretty much everyone who lives anywhere near you that's a billionaire.
New York sports. You
just shit on all of them. Yeah.
Hey, fuck them.
Well, I want Steve Cohen. Fuck you, Steve Cohen. But I want Aaron Rodgers to know. I do not condone any of Bill's messages, and that's the reason why me and you are going to be friends, and not this piece of shit. He's vaccinated too, Rodgers. Know that.
Me and Aaron be best friends.
Yeah, you just fucking eviscerated him.
So. Yeah, so that the Knicks did. I hope that was a stepping stone to a bigger trade. But I mean, who the fuck knows? There's a lot of guys out there.
Who the fuck knows, Bill? Who the fuck knows?
Uncle Danny made.
We'll see.
Uncle Danny made a great call though.
What? Uncle Danny, yeah. I mean, we were literally winning every bet, and even Uncle Danny comes in and is winning bets.
Yeah, so we had Detroit to win their first game on the 15th that Tommy called. But Uncle Danny said, no, not happening that date. Because Toronto traded away their players, and they're going to lose tonight. So I don't really put anything in what Uncle Danny says, so I threw $100 on. Hey, I won $150.
Nice.
Well,
Uncle Danny. I mean, listen, he called it the Joe Namath lead pipe lock. The Uncle D Joe Namath lead pipe lock.
He did.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
It was. So tonight we got a few games. I will give you a first basket. I'm going back to Joel Embiid tonight. Coming back from his injury. Embiid plus 380 for first basket, and Maxey plus 850 for first basket. And I'm also taking Joel Embiid for the first team basket plus 135. So if Embiid hits, we get both of those. If he misses, and he scores the first team basket, we get our money back. So can't go wrong with that. He scores the first for them almost all the time. They run their first play through him basically every time, So unless he misses or something like that or gets blocked, we should get at least hopefully the first team basket, and we'll get our money back. Plus be up a little bit on that. So that is it for me on the first team basket. I'm also looking at OKC tonight at home against the Celtics. Celtics are favored. I got to see who's playing and who's not playing Boston, because the line looks a little weird to me. So I might be on OKC. I don't know yet. But I got to see the lineups. So for the subs, you'll get to play if I bet it. And everybody else, you can put it in now, but it's a toss-up. I won't know until the lineups come out.
All right. I'm going to give you a bunch of hockey plays today. Been hitting pretty good on the hockey. Let's move over to Evan. We need a Bruins life check from you. The Bruins play today. How you feeling about the Bruins?
Let's see. They play the Blue Jackets. Oof. Again, they've just been so fucking hot and cold lately. I can't get a tag on these guys.
Bill, how about the two hockey plays I gave out on Friday's show that both lost in overtime?
Yeah, you have to
it's amazing.
Set your phone to an alert if they go.
Just bet the 60-minute line, you moron.
I know, I do. I told everyone to do that. The one day I did it, I fucking lost because they won in overtime, of course. So now I know I have a new theory. I have a new strategy. I mean, I've been winning with hockey, but my only losses are overtime losses. That's it. That's all I lose. I either win or lose in overtime. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you guys the Sharks today plus 160. Feel free to do the 60-minute line. So let's do that. Let's stay on that. I just have to look these up. So we're going to go Sharks plus 60-minute line. The reason I forget all the time is because I banned from DraftKings and I only have FanDuel, and FanDuel, like, it's weird the way they offer them. 60-minute line, Sharks plus 215. Got that, eh?
Yep.
All right, and we're going to go Flyers 60-minute line. I got to go re-look at these now because I was looking at the regular lines I wrote down. What's the Flyers 60-minute line? I just lost my page. Let me see, versus the Oilers. There we go, I got it. Game line, 60-minute line, Flyers plus 245.
Flyers
Oh, no,
plus
I'm sorry.
1.5.
I'm sorry. We're not doing the 60-minute line. Scratch that. We're doing tie no bet. So Flyers plus 185 on that one. Tie no bet. Not the 60-minute line because you lose on the draw on DraftKings on the 60. So tie no bet, which means if the game ties and goes to overtime, we're out of the bet, which we want because we lose in overtime on every underdog we take. And that'll be the Sharks plus 160 tie no bet. So we either win in regulation. If it goes to overtime, it's a push.
Flyers plus 1.5, Sharks plus 1.5. Confirmed.
That's what you got?
Yeah.
Let's go. Tommy Pucks and
the
Tommy
Robot
Bucks and Robot tend to be on the same page a lot.
They like the Robot likes the sreads. They like the
Okay,
plus
let me give you a few totals here. I'm going to do these a little lighter. But so my new theory is whenever I have an underdog that's like plus 200, plus 250, plus 280, sometimes they win, but they always score, right? It's never a situation, even if they lose, they're losing 5-3. So I'm going over on these dogs that I like. And I'm going to take them at the 6.5. I'm going to take the 6 on this. So we're going to go
6.5 in San Jose. Yep.
So I do like that. I'm also going to go out to Chicago versus the Predators. We're going to go over this one. What do you have for that?
I got to find it. Hold on.
Game lines. Let me see. 6. So I got 6 minus 140. Over 6 minus 140 in the Chicago.
I don't see the Chicago one.
Okay. I also like Colorado.
That was one of them. That was the top
Oh,
one.
no.
Colorado.
Colorado or Columbus? Which one? Colorado or Columbus?
Colorado was the top one I have.
All right. What do you have for that?
I got to find it now because I was looking for the other one.
I'll go to Columbus while you look for that.
Colorado over 6.
Okay. I like that. We're just going to throw some shit.
56%.
Okay. Good. I'm on that too.
That's a good one.
All right. I'm on that too. I also like the Boston game. I think Boston can lose today, but I think there will be goals. So we're going to go over 6 in that one. And I think the final one was Montreal. What do you got on Boston? Anything?
It likes Boston to win, but it's not.
What about the total?
It's I'll say I'm on picks, so the way that it's sorted out, I gotta go back to the game. Hold on.
Yeah, that's what I got to do right now. I got to go over to Montreal Canadiens. All right, Dallas.
There's Boston. It's probably gonna like the 1.5. Boston to win. Columbus plus 1.5.
All right, and no any total over 6 or anything.
Over 6.5, or I'm sorry, under 6.5 on this one.
All right, and then my final one is the Montreal game. Montreal Canadiens, Dallas Stars. I have a small lean on the Canadiens here. You probably may like the 1.5 here, Rackets.
I think it's probably the 1.5.
And I like the
no,
over.
it's Dallas minus 1.5.
Is it? All right, we'll lay off that, and then I'm just going over 6 then. We're going over 6 in the Montreal game, minus 140. What do you got there?
Same.
All right. So we are consensus on the Montreal over, the Colorado over, the Columbus over, the Flyers and the Sharks both plus 1.5, and I believe the Sharks over. So me and the Beeble Bop are
it loves those hockey spreads, and that goes to the same thing that you were talking about with losing in overtime. Like,
yeah, they all
lose by 1 in overtime, so that's why it's loving those 1.5s.
Everyone thinks 1.5 is useless because, if we're down by 1, there's going to be an empty net goal scored against us. You'd be amazed how many times that goal does not happen. And a lot of times these 1.5s, you're not paying as much as you should be in some situations, for the 1.5.
And you're getting that overtime win. So as soon as it goes to overtime, you're
automatically win. Yeah. And you're not paying as much as you should because of the propensity of getting that second goal to fucking moot the 1.5. What do we got for tennis here? Joey Rackets, tennis is back.
Tennis is back. I've been up since 7, 8 in the morning, pretty much all week doing this shit. Because Australian summer, man, starts at 6 p.m. and goes all the way through the night now. I got a couple plays for you. I put them in the thing already.
I got them.
Go find. Oh, you got them already? All right.
Yep.
Mira Andreeva -124 tonight against Ludmila Samsonova, and Yelena Ostapenko -160 against Camilla Georgie. I think she's playing Georgie tonight.
Georgie. Come here, Georgie.
Been a weird start to the season. Like, the stuff is happening that I think is going to happen, but I'm like 1-3 in pregame bets and like 7-2 in live bets. So the live bets have been way fucking better than the pregame bets. But
don't care how the money comes in.
Don't care how it comes in. Sign up and you'll get the live bets.
Yeah.
That's all I can tell you.
There you go. Perfect. We're better at live bets anyway.
Yeah.
Bill, anything you got here on the way out the door? Or we want to go back to our Vegas show?
Yeah, no, Damian Lillard. I've been a little disappointed so far by him. Has like a 41-point game and then a 12-point game. 1 for 9 from 3, and then I don't get him. I don't know why he's not completely gelling over there. What's happening? I mean, I'm sure they'll still be great and stuff for the playoffs, but it's going to be a little bit of an issue over there.
Just like to give you a little update on those futures I dropped for you last week. Browns +5,000 is down to +3,500. Texans +10,000 is down to +8,000. And the Rams +9,000. Me and Bill Rupp is down to +5,000. So already getting a lot of value.
+13,000 after
Rams
that.
should be
+500.
I'll be in on the Browns if they get cooked.
You will not be allowed in.
If they get
I will literally follow you to FanDuel and tackle you before you try to turn that ticket
I'm
in.
holding that $3,500 winner of the Jets that I have, my ticket.
I will tackle you for that.
Browns when they get cooked.
I will. He's looking for any excuse. They're going to go get like Al Gore, not even Frank Gore, Al Gore, the former presidential candidate. And Bill's going to be like, that's all we needed. Just needed another back. I'm on the Browns.
Bill was the first one to say Njoku was a fucking cyborg, though.
Dude, yeah, that's why he wants to be on this Browns trade so bad.
It's not human.
Wants on it.
It's not human.
So bad. When he saw Flacco just go doice the Jets with no Amari Cooper, he was like, I don't know.
Listen,
this maybe he
if
wants
they get
on.
Dalvin.
He wants on so bad.
If they get Dalvin.
If they sign anyone, he'll be on board. So
There's
welcome
no one
to
else
the
out there
Browns
but
trade.
Dalvin.
Welcome to the Browns trade, Bill.
There's no one but Dalvin.
Door will be closing right in front of you as you go to get off.
Dalvin.
Actually, no, it's not that time yet. Rackets, final words.
No Rupp and Rackets today. It's Tuesday.
You guys are so lazy. All right.
Today's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Did you do it Monday?
What did you
It's
do?
New Year's.
No, I did. I introduced my show.
If it's closed, ShopRite's closed, Rupp and Rackets is closed. Fuck.
Last time I checked, ShopRite's open tonight.
If I can't go to the bank, then Rupp and Rackets can't.
Go, Rob, final words.
Rupp and Rackets tomorrow, 5:30.
Yeah.
Unless
No
they don't
federal
want,
holidays for
unless
us.
they don't want to. Yeah.
No.
Fucking. Evan Hand, what'd you think of the Cowboys Lions game?
Rigged.
For Howie, Dewey, Bill Rupp, Evan Hand, Joey Rackets, I am Tommy G. Happy New Year, motherfuckers. As all of you were out partying with your friends, me and Bill were live on the Discord like we do every year with our subscribers who we love till 1 a.m. Right, Bill Rupp? That's how we ring in the new year every fucking year with the people who pay us to be there for them. All the degenerates who have nothing to do, no families, no
I was
friends.
very disappointed in the New Year's show.
It was a terrible New Year's show. I didn't know who anyone was, but I enjoyed spending it with the 4Deep subscribers, and I'm sure they appreciated it. So happy New Year, everybody. Get over to 4deep.com, promo code VIP20 for 20% off. Probably launching another promotion coming up on Thursday or Friday for the show for New Year's. Get ready for that. We'll see you guys Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel, 2 p.m. Eastern. Don't know if we're going to start moving the show schedule. That'll probably be in a few weeks after the Super Bowl and all that, but we might have some changes on the show schedule to adjust to the major sports. So keep your eye out for that. For Evan, Rackets, Howie, and Bill, I am Tommy G. Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfuckers.
Let's go!